Now, video games are supposed to be fun. Why should we take the time to learn how to improve? I believe there are 3 reasons. We should respect the time of the people we meet. It'll help us find the cool parts of our job. And we'll have more time to do what we enjoy. When we use Duty Finder, we match with others who also want the benefits of completing the instance. As such, there's a baseline assumption. Everyone is going to work together as a team to clear as smoothly as possible. In order to do this, it means that everyone needs a foundational knowledge of their tools. For our examples today, we'll introduce 4 types of players we'll encounter in Duty Finder. First, we have a leech. This is someone who wants a reward for completion, but has little intention of helping. Next, we have uninformed players. These are people who actively participate, but don't know how to play, so they're little help. After that, we have informed players. These are players who know their skills well enough to make knowledgeable decisions. Finally, there are our optimized players. These are people who know how all of their skills work together, so they're able to maximize their output. Now, how much of a difference is there really between an uninformed player and an informed player? To find this out, let's introduce our first activity. I want you to write the answers to the following questions. For these parties, guess how much more damage each will do than our leeches. If it takes a party of leeches 45 minutes to clear a dungeon, how much time would it take the other parties? To collect this data, I polled volunteers, and we ran the numbers. I followed a strict set of rules each time to make sure my playstyle matched the role I was simulating. We can see some very compelling information, but before we analyze, let's compare this to the answer from our first activity. We can see just how detrimental having a leech in the party can be, doing less than half of the damage that an informed player would provide. The gap between an uninformed player and informed player is wide as well. These numbers even change as your party gets better. The leech and uninformed player do less damage, and the others do more. Another thing I would like to point out is the distance between an informed player and an optimized player. While noticeable, we can see here that an informed player is still comparable to an optimized player. What this ultimately means is you're perfectly capable of relaxed, casual play that still allows you to contribute meaningfully to your team. As such, our goal with this video is going to be to help everyone reach an informed player standard. Now, the damage comparison is nice and all, but let's break this down in a way that actually means something to our players. Namely, let's talk time. The difference is staggering. In our simulation, a party that's not even optimizing their buffs, simply using proper skills, can clear a dungeon in 14 minutes if it took the leech party 45. For comparison, it took the uninformed party 28 minutes to clear the same dungeon. Let's check our answer to the second part of the first activity and see how they measure up. Think about the amount of time you have to game in a day. Assuming we ran 4 roulette dungeons, it would take leeches 3 hours to complete them, nearly 2 hours if they're uninformed, or only 55 minutes simply by knowing which of your buttons are the big buttons.